attendance allowance. Can we talk about that? Do you have anything? I don't like it.
That's why. I thought I was paying attention, but today I wasn't.
Shuttle rush. Oh, okay. Can we talk about that? It's very interesting. Let's find something interesting. Okay, suggestions. Suggestions. What do you talk about? They are not okay with the shuttle rush. They are not okay with the strike, the drugs. Which one? Valentine. That is a cliché. The vows day. All right. So, in the studio setting, the director is the main point. Whatever goes wrong, it is only the director who is held accountable for it. In a typical studio setting, if anything goes wrong, it's the director, whoever handles the whole thing comes. Because he calls the last shot. He should decide which shot should be on air, which shot shouldn't be, what a camera person should do in the studio. Whatever goes wrong, if everything goes right, nobody actually plots the person. But if anything goes wrong, it's the person they come to. So, what we do is, for now, Gideon is our director, because he is picking the last shots going on air. Joseph is on cam 2 and Chris is on cam 1. So if a director needs any shot, let's say occasionally happens, but it doesn't necessarily do, this camera goes off and the director wants the camera on another guest. The director who has to talk to a talkback. I believe he mentioned a talkback to you guys. Yes. He has to talk through a talkback to a camera person, either change a shot or pick a different one. So he is the main point here. After the director is the producer. The reason you need to have a producer in any studio setting is that, let's say we are talking about Father's Day, and there's a mishap somewhere, there's a breaking news, whatever. You, being the director, would not even have the time to go on internet or wherever to get the info. So the producer is the go-to person for any info. Let's say whilst we are discussing our thing, and let's say somebody comes in here looking for the host. How do you communicate it to the host? How do you think we can communicate it to the host? To the producer, and the producer doesn't have to talk to the host. Who did I say was the key person in the production? Exactly. So every info passes through the producer to the director before it gets to whoever we want to talk to.
Now I'm sure you have directors for your productions.
They have, oh, fine. Okay, Gideon, give them the space.
So before we proceed, I understand media studies majors have a class at 3 o'clock. And it means that we have to pause for you guys to exit. But I would want to continue with those who don't have class. For just a couple of minutes. If media students would want to come back, we can try and organize another day within the week, a short session for them, and then they will have the complete picture. So let's kindly accept this proposal so that media students can have a way to bring them back to their next class. Mine, are they here? Media students. Yes, so it's now 2:30. The class should have ended, but because we didn't start early, but we still want to complete today's session for those who don't have class. I know we don't have class after this. So that media students can have their 3 o'clock class. So if you are not media, if you are not in media, please don't exit. Unless you want to continue and then you find a way to rush back before 3 o'clock.
Yeah, ask it.
So we are proceeding. The media students, if you have to leave, kindly.
The last.
You are all media students. Huh? But are you waiting or you are listening? You are waiting.
It's fine. You keep them fun.
We'll keep this one like that. We'll keep this one.
The way you find it, you know, as we do this every day.
Is it video?
Alright, please. Does not mean that can you get closer? Unless you are all with your most of us are media. Alright, Gideon. So when you have mentioned
Since you said they have directors, I think you need to drop.
but now they don't plan to that. Someone said, but you can put it like this. That's fine.
How could you
More flesh. You have so much flesh.
What can you eat?
Alright, so we need like 2 people to man cameras, someone to play as a role play as a director. Yes.
They can be a lady.
My name is
Saps. Are you the host? Panelist. Now for the breaking news.
there are chairs out there if you want to like you can just go.
Sampoma bien. Ya sampoma. Let me see how it. This one.
Are you hosting?
Tatiana the
Alright. Are we good to go? I think some are still not decided whether they are living or not.
yeah, okay, Charlie, yeah, John.
So who would also role play as a producer?
He'll be.
Why are you mentioning names? Why don't you come?
Let's get closer and then you can tell me.
The one who fetches any information outside of the production. No, not ten. If you want to turn it, you have to loosen. This is to loosen the top.
Then I can be able to move it this way.
If you want to move it.
Which side down?
Like this.
And then we just.
You want to turn it.
Like
I need to unlock this. You need to unlock this first to be able to turn it.
so that's it. Is that a panel?
That is panning. You pan. This is you are panning to your left. Okay. You are panning to your right.
Alright.
So that is panning. If you want to tilt it, unless you move this, so it's always locked. Are you ready? So, you said we were talking about birthday.
Yeah, all girl.
There should be a guy.
Is it bias?
There should be a guy.
A guy should say.
Okay, so director, be beside Gideon. Yeah. Okay. Let me push.
I know. I just need something.
I think it's being too serious. You know one funny thing about TV hosting? People come to TV shows and you can't bring your emotions on the show. Like whatever is weighing on your shoulder on the show. You see a lot of people smiling on set, but they have a lot of problems they can't use. They are dying inside. Has anybody heard of Teacher Kodu recently? Has anybody heard of him?
No.
That guy is
something wrong with him?
He's seriously depressed.
Oh.
Seriously. It's no joke. Seriously, he's depressed. That's one thing about being in the social media. Yes, he was enjoying the fame, the ride, but he couldn't run with the flow. Now he's really in a mess. If you should see him, you probably cry for him. Why? I don't know.
Okay.
So don't move it to the top. Don't move it to the top. Go down. No, don't zoom in. Okay. Maintain the zoom and then go down.
Is it okay?
Go down. Yeah. Pose. Sit upright. Let's see. Sit upright. Very good. Now that is it. So make sure it's locked. Make sure it's locked. Head. So now you zoom in.
Okay. Let's say somebody just insulted you before you came on set. You were angry, whatever. You can't show it to us. We don't care. We don't even know what you're going to do. Okay. When you're on set, all we want to see is smile. You don't care what happened to you before you got there. Nobody cares. So when you come on set, the first thing you do is smile to your audience. So, is she smiling enough?
No.
Is she smiling enough now?
Oh.
She's too serious. Okay, so, like he said, when we count you